chapter 6. After these things, Jesus went over the Sea of Galilee, which is the Sea of Tiberias, and a great multitude followed him, having seen the miracles which he did upon them that were diseased. And Jesus went up to the mountain, and there sat with his disciples. And the Passover, the feast of the Jews, was near. And when Jesus had lifted up his eyes and saw a great company come unto him, he said unto Philip, where shall we buy bread, that these may eat? Philip said unto him, 200 penny worth of bread is not sufficient for all of them, that everyone should take a little. One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said unto him, there is a lad here which had 5 barley loaves and 2 small fishes. But what are they among so many? Jesus said unto them, make the men sit down. Now there was much grass in the place, so the men sat down, in number about 5,000. And Jesus took the loaves, and when he has given thanks, he distributed to his disciples, and his disciples to them that were set down, and likewise also of the fishes. So when they were filled, he said unto them, gather all the fragment which remains, that nothing be lost. So they gathered them together, and filled 12 baskets with the fragment of the 5 barley loaves, which remained over and above unto them that have eaten. So those men, when they saw the miracle which Jesus had done, said, this is of a truth, that prophet that should come into the world. When Jesus knew that they will come and take him by force to make him a king, he departed here unto the mountain, himself alone. And when the evening was come, the disciples went down into the sea, and entered into the ship, and went over the sea towards Capernaum. And it was dark, and Jesus was not yet come unto them. Then the sea arose by reason of a great wind that blew. So when they had rowed 5 and 20 and 30 furlongs, they saw Jesus walking on the sea and drawing nigh unto them. And they were afraid, but he said unto them, it is I, be not afraid. And they willingly received him into the ship, and immediately the ship was at the land where they went. Did they follow him? When the people that were at the other side of the sea saw that there was no other boat there, save that one wherein his disciples were entered, and that Jesus went on with his disciples to the boat, but that his disciples were gone away alone. Howbeit there came other boat from Tiberias, near unto the place where the people did eat bread. When the people therefore saw that Jesus was not there, and the disciples, they also took shipping and came to Capernaum, seeking for Jesus. And when they had found him at the other side of the sea, they said unto him, Rabbi, whence cometh there hither? Jesus answered and said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto thee, ye seek me not because of the miracles, but because ye did eat of the loaves and were filled. Labor not for that meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endure unto life eternal, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him has God the Father sealed. Then they said unto him, what shall we do that we might walk the work of God? Jesus said unto them, this is the work of God, that you believe on him whom he has sent. Then they said unto him, what sign showest thou unto us, that we may know? What hast thou done? Our father did eat manna in the desert. As it is written, he gave them bread from heaven to eat. Jesus said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto thee, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father gave you the true bread. For the bread of God is he which came down from heaven and giveth life into the world. Then they said unto him, Lord, evermore give us this bread. Jesus said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh unto me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. But I say unto you, that ye have both seen me and believe not. All that the Father giveth unto me shall come unto me, and he that cometh unto me I shall in no wise cast out. For I came down from heaven, not to do my own will, but the will of the Father which hath sent me. And this is the will of him that sent me. Of all which he has given me, I should lose nothing, but should raise it up again at the last day. And this is the will of him that sent me. Everyone that hath seen the Son and believe on him have everlasting life, and I will raise him up at the last day. Then the Jews murmured, because he said, I am the bread that came down from heaven. And they said, is not this Jesus, the son of Joseph, whose father and mother we know? How sayest thou that I came down from heaven? Jesus said unto them, murmur not among yourselves. No man can come unto me, except the Father who sent me draws him, and I will raise him up again at the last day. It is written in the prophets, and they shall all be taught of God. Every man that have heard and have seen of the Lord cometh unto me. Not that any man have seen the Father, save he which is of God, he has seen the Father. Very, very, I say unto thee, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. I am that bread of life. Your father did it manna in the wilderness and are dead. This is that bread that a man may eat and not die. I am the living bread that came down from heaven. If any man will eat of this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I give is my flesh, which I shall give for the life of the world. Therefore the Jews strove among themselves, saying, how can this man give us his flesh to eat? Jesus answered and said unto them, very, very, I say unto thee, except ye eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, ye have no life in you. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath everlasting life, and I will raise him up again at the last day. For my flesh is meat indeed, and my blood is drink indeed. He that eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood dwelleth in me, and I in him. As the living Father hath sent me, and I live by the Father, so he that eateth me, even so shall live by me. This is that bread which came down from heaven. Your father did it manna and are dead. He that eateth of this bread shall live forever. This words spake Jesus in the synagogue as he taught in Capernaum. And many of his disciples, when they heard it, said, this is a hard saying. Who can hear it? Jesus knew in himself that they murmured at it, and he said unto them, does this concern you? What and if ye shall see the Son of Man arise up to where he was before? It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirits and they are life. And there are some of you that believe not. For Jesus knew from the beginning who they were that believed not, and who should betray him. Therefore said he, no man can come unto me, except if I give it unto him of my Father. From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. Then said Jesus unto the 12, will ye also go away? Simon Peter answered and said unto him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the word of eternal life, and we believe and are sure that thou art that Christ, the Son of the living God. Jesus answered and said unto them, I find I was chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil. He spake of Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon, for he it was who should betray him, being one of the 12.